Come into Knolly Bikes.
How's it going, dude? You guys let Americans in here.
Yeah, I know. Well, temporarily, right? It was just a project that instead of buying other people's bikes, we wanted to make something super sweet that had our name on it. And that's what we want to ride.
Oh, that rolls. This rolls too. Ah! Nice Mo.
Alright, so today's going to be a really awesome Canadian style day. So we're back in Canada. We're actually going to be going over to Knolly Bikes. So we're going to pick up some test bikes from them. I think they have some Fugitive LTs for us. So for those of you that don't know, Knolly is actually a Canadian-based company. Really epic guys over there. And Noel, the founder of that company, is super passionate. They have a really awesome suspension design on their bikes. So we're going to put some of those bikes through the ringer. We figure a Canadian brand, we got to go ride the shore. So we're going to head over to the North Shore after, see what those bikes are made of, and just continue our Canadian adventure. So how's your Canadian adventure been?
It's been pretty good, but I do have one very serious request.
What's the serious request?
We need to go get some maple syrup.
Is that
yeah,
that's gonna make it?
Not American maple syrup. We need real Canadian maple syrup.
We did make it to Knolly Bikes, and we brought them a little bit of an American souvenir. So what do we get them?
Some Mexican Topo Chico and some American Trader Joe's chocolate chip cookies.
Look at this. This is about as American as it gets. But Hannah, I think this is it. Maybe.
So, hopefully.
Whoa!
Whoa, hey there. Come into Knolly Bikes.
How's it going, dude? You guys let Americans in here.
Yeah, I know. Well, temporarily, right?
And you were?
And I'm Kevin from Knolly Bikes.
And what's your position here?
I do sales. But it's a small business, so we always help out and do anything you need to do.
And I gotta ask you, that hat, what team is that?
That's the Toronto Blue Jays. That's my baseball team.
You know, for the first time, I normally don't like the Warriors, but I feel like being in Canada as an American.
North, baby. Here we go. All right.
I don't know.
Fly all the way. Oh, baby. Yeah. Good luck.
Well, we're gonna have them. The Lakers will have them next season. But tell us a little bit. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of amazing bikes. I guess first, Knolly as a company. A little bit about Knolly.
Yeah, we were just over 10 years old. We started with Noel Buckley, our owner and designer, and he started designing and making bikes for that he needed. So things like this big old VTAC up here was a bike that there was nothing else in the market that he had, there was nothing that existed on the market that he wanted to ride. So he built his own bike. He patented his own suspension design, and from then we were off to the races. And that was 11 or 12 years ago. So these days, we've come a long way. We've come from old, straight, heavy-duty 13-pound frames, and they get lighter and better and faster and more fun to ride, to things like this and these Fugitives. And now we're doing Cash. The titanium Cash, our gravel grinder bike. So we're really mixing it up these days and just still building bikes that we want to ride.
That's awesome. And so we're gonna go over, I guess, this one first, because even though it says Nobody, I think I've seen that nameplate before. It seems like that's your personal bike.
That's my bike, yeah.
And so which one is this?
So this is a Fugitive LT. It's a 29er, set it up with a 150/36 factory grip 2. I've got my i9 Enduro 305 wheels on it, Eagle drivetrain, a little bit of Cush core as well to keep me from killing that rear wheel. And then I've got it set up with my own DPX2 with a little bit of special custom tune for the big boy powers like myself.
It's about 135 mils in the rear?
135 rear travel, 150 on the front.
Rad. And you can also make the Fugitive 120 in the rear, right?
Yeah, so the Fugitive short travel is using a different stroke shock, gets you 120 on the rear, and we spec it with a Fox 34 with a 140 on the front.
And it's the same frame?
Exactly the same frame.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can, little tech secret is there's actually 3 different shocks you can run on that frame. 120 in the rear, you can run a 127 on the rear, or a 135.
Oh, it's killer. And so how much travel does this bad boy have?
0. You know what? We have designed it though to be compatible with a fork. So some guys have been running it with the Fox Axe fork as well as the MRP fork that they're making for gravel. It gives you about, I think it's 80 to 100 mils of travel though. Not much.
That's not that much, but so question though, I mean, it seems like when I think of Knolly, I think of that, a rider riding down a huge cliff.
Yeah.
How do you guys get from that to this?
You know what? It's pretty simple. We make bikes that we want to ride. So there's a few staff members here that ride a lot of gravel, ride a lot of road, and it was just a project that instead of buying other people's bikes, we wanted to make something super sweet that had our name on it. And that's what we want to ride.
That's killer. And this freaking amazing camo looking bike. Now, difference here though, if I tap that, that's not aluminum.
That is carbonium. So that is this is the only bike we make in carbon right now. It's the Warden Carbon. It's 155 milliliters of rear travel. We set it up with a 160 fork is how we sell it, and DH brakes, just like our Fugitive LT. This orange beast is the Delirium. It's kind of like our heavy-duty enduro park bike. So that's 170 rear travel, 180 single crown fork. You can throw a dual crown fork onto it if you want. And then this last one here, we have the Endorphin, which is our 27.5 trail bike. 130 mil rear, 140 on the front. And as we were talking about the Fugitive, this is actually a Fugitive short travel. So this is, both of these are actually staff bikes. So
that's awesome.
This is how we build and how we ride our bikes.
So if someone comes to Canada or the Vancouver area, they're a huge fan of Knolly, can they swing by here?
Yeah, well, yes. Yeah.
Shoot you an email first.
Yeah, shoot me an email before. But yeah, it's just swing by. If you bring beer, we're much more likely to open the door.
What about Topo Chicos and vegan cookies?
Yeah, Topo Chicos and vegan cookies. Good enough. We'll let you in, right?
I'm cold.
You're extra Canadian today.
I'm really cold. I am wearing my
Sombrio
jersey, and everyone wears Sombrio out here, so I think you're the odd man.
I think I am, but these are going to be the bikes that we're riding today and for like the next week or so. So it's the Fugitive LT, and it's this really awesome purple silver color combo. So check this thing out. So let's go over the build a little bit. We got that Lyric up front with some spank wheels. We got code brakes. This is going to be interesting to get used to again. And so we got the Fugitive LT frame, and man, the silver just looks so good with that purple. Just an awesome finish with these wells that look super rad, internal routing. It looks like a deluxe rear shock back there, and the classic Knolly suspension linkage back there, and this whole thing looks really good. When's the last time you think you've ridden an aluminum bike?
Oh, I'm ashamed to say it's been a really long time.
Oh, that's
like 5 years maybe.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
it hasn't been that long for me, but really stoked to kind of put these things through the ringer, see how they do in British Columbia. So we're at Seymour, and that's Old Buck Trailhead. You ready to get after the North Shore?
Ready.
You.
Okay, you guys, I'm taking over the camera. You ready, Mo?
Yeah. Do you know where you're going?
No.
I don't know where
Never
I'm
ridden
going
this
either.
before. Wow, that's fun. Woo! This is very technical. Whoa. Just roll? Okay. Oh, cool. It's a roll, right?
Yeah. Give me on the other side.
Woo! Whoa. A lot of rocks.
Wrong line.
Oh.
Nice, Mo. Ooh, little rollers. Look at that.
Pinju.
Pinju? How interesting. So, Pigu?
Pinju.
Pinju. What an interesting trail name. I like it. Oh, that rolls. This rolls too. Ah! That is a lot of chunk. Oh. This rolls too. Ah! Yeah. Whoa. Holy fudge. Wow. That's a long one.
Yeah. Oh, and then we got this little drop. Yeah.
Yeah, Mo, you got it. See if I can follow him. Yeah! Yeah, Mo!
Oh, man. Woo!
Yes! Yeah, Mo!
And I'm gonna do this section again from the top. Let's see it. Ah, yeah. Oh man, so good. Yeah, Hannah. Ew.